What's up, guys? Ereaper here again, and I'm doing another Let's Build in our CTF map for space engineers. And as you can see, I've done a lot off screen. Um, Pretty much, I did what I said I was going to do. I put up red base. I did not copy and paste it as I originally stated I was going to, mainly because you cannot copy and paste an object and rotate it. So what I ended up doing was copying and pasting it over there just for getting a closer reference, and I had to completely rebuild the base, but just make it red instead. So we have a complete red base now, which let's see if I can just run in here real quick. It's not super complete. I still haven't added the lighting and a lot of the little machines and stuff like that around, and I don't think all of the painting is done, but the majority of the painting has been done. I did the ring or hex thingy. I don't. I'm not good at that. I've done the centerpiece, and I did that using the damaged over here. I did that using the symmetry mode, which would have been really helpful earlier on when I was building the base, but I completely forgot about it. I forgot symmetry was a thing, and just never ended up doing it. That did really make making red base a little bit easier though, because I had that on. So, but beyond that, we got this set up. I have made the decision after doing a little testing, which is probably what I got destroyed with, not to do vehicles on this map. I know it's a really big map, and a vehicle seems like a good idea, but I can't, for the life of me, make a vehicle that doesn't just blow up against the wall if you crash, and that's kind of counterintuitive to what we want. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to go ahead and build the centerpiece, which is going to be that giant glass dome that has some awnings coming out from the thing here. Oh, and I don't even have the right color on. Let's get the right color on. We don't have to deal with all that stuff. And after doing those, what we'll do is I'll work on the ring. I don't know if I'll do that on video or not, because I might have to do some more testing of things. And if I do it on video, it might be heavily edited just to okay. Just so it's not like just me sitting there for an hour going, well, does this work or does this work? I don't know. So we'll do some stuff like that. I think I'm gonna put it. I know I'm gonna hate doing this, but I think I'm gonna put a door here. All right, I'm gonna just drop a gravity generator so I have some working stuff to do. And I really hate doors. I'm not gonna lie. Especially when you're in the 0G atmospheres, it's really annoying because you just kind of, well, you pretty much just float around and you're kind of a fatty. No nice way to say it. You're too fat for the doors. And wow, I can't even begin to do that. Okay, well, I guess I can do that and place a block over it. Will that work? We'll find out. All right. And open. Nope, wrong button. Open. There we go. So we'll do that, and that'll be our little walkway that's going to go, or similar to the walkway that's going to go up to go all the way up to the dome. So that'll probably be what we'll do there. Again, I don't know. I'm experimenting at this point, trying to figure shit out. Trying to figure my shit out. So I was a little disappointed that I couldn't get the vehicles to work, but I still want to do the automated interior turrets inside here. I haven't decided if they'll be on all the time or it'll be something that maybe the teams have to capture. really, I think maybe we should figure out how long. I'm gonna go ahead and just try to throw some generators down. Do a little testing real quick while I'm thinking about it. But uh, how hard would it be to run around this place? Because if it takes like 5 minutes for you to run from one base to the other, then I may have a slight issue because it's always going to be like, well, why would we ever go around the ring then? Because it takes so long. Why don't we just jetpack through the middle all the time? And I mean, that might be what I want. I mean, I wanted jetpacking through the middle to be faster, but I don't want it to be so fast that it's like that's the only option. So maybe I might come up with something else. I don't know. Maybe a train system of some sort where you don't have direct control over it, but it'll be something that'll be fast. We'll have to see. So it actually doesn't take that long. It looks like it took me like maybe a minute. I'm gonna say maybe a minute. I was actually timing myself. You can tell me in the description below if it took me a minute. That's not too bad. The other thing I had to think about is I know everyone's gonna be spawning back in their base when they die, but I wonder if that's gonna be too big of an issue now that that I've built the ring and I'm like, ah, oh, God, it's huge. I mean, I meant it to be huge, but I also meant it to have some like motorcycle type vehicles on it, and that wasn't gonna happen. So I don't know what the future of that is going to be like. We'll just have to figure that stuff out, I guess, as we go along. Some of the other things that I need work on and actually need your help on is naming this map. I know I've just been calling it the CTF map for a while, but really I want to give it a more descriptive name than the CTF map. I want it to actually have a name. And for that to happen, I need to be more creative than I currently am at the moment. And I'm clearly not. So I would love it if you would give me suggestions for names for this map in the description below or on Reddit when I post this video on Reddit, because I do post these on Reddit for the Space Engineers subreddit. So if y'all could come up with a name or just even give me suggestions, maybe it'll like jog me into thinking of something creative and I can, I could come up with something from there. But for right now, I'm pretty much on a I don't know what to do kind of thing. So, oh, nice. My tunnel is a penis. Yes, it is. Yep. I know that sounds horrible, but I actually do like the way that it looks. So, I'm going to keep going with that. Because oh God, it does so look much like a penis. And again, this would be another perfect example of me not using symmetry mode, which I could absolutely benefit from right now. So let's just do this real quick. There we go. Symmetry mode. A little hurting on the eyes, but beyond that, it'll make this work by about 2 times faster. No. Sweet. Alright, it's that. Now, I'm not going to put a airlock door here, only because that shit is hard to get through when you're in 0G. I think this is good enough. Oop. There is gravity here now. I do have to be careful about dropping my jetpack. Oh, God. Okay, and let's find out, because I wanted to put one of these openings at every platform. As you see, we have a white one, gray one, white one, gray one, white one, gray one. That's just to help me distinguish. Thank you. Distinguish between them. So let me find out how many blocks this is. And the best way for me to do that is to actually. Nope. I'll figure it out. Hold on. There we go. 26. Yeah, 26 blocks. Okay, so our 3 in the middle is from the 26. Now that's not going to work for these. So I'm going to have to, I'll do that later. I'll have to calculate what the center for those platforms are, but for the straight platforms, which are white, I can already figure those out. So let's start here. We'll just go 26 across. Somehow, I don't think that's right. Or it's absolutely correct, and I am just an idiot. So we're going to go with I'm just being an idiot, and math is amazing. So that is my response to that. And let's go ahead and put our door down. And see, the good thing about this is we also have that going on the other side now because I've activated symmetry mode. And with the symmetry mode activated, oh, how many did we go out? Let's find out. Shall we? I think it's 4. Yeah, 4 out. And then we make our penis. Because that's what's going to happen. I probably won't do it here. But I will, at some point, have to get someone else on to help me figure out all of the gravity situation going on. Because you can actually change the field of gravity in the game. You can narrow it, make it wider, make it longer, make it taller, all that good stuff. And it's doable. But when we were building the racing map, the only way we could figure to do it in a way that was easy, I guess would be the word to use, was to literally have someone sitting at the controls, fiddling with it, and have someone else in the debug mode. Or I actually don't even know if it's called debug mode. It's a but it is some alternate mode which allows you to look at blocks in a different way. It shows you blocks that have been damaged. It shows you gravity fields. So it's very helpful for the creative aspect of this, where you can do stuff like that. And essentially what you need is you need 2 people. You need one person who watches the gravity field and tells you, okay, that's far enough, that's too far. You have it crossing with another gravity field here, so now it's too heavy over here. Or now you have this gap in between this platform and that platform, and there's no gravity at all. Which was really difficult on the other map because there was a lot of times where it was like, okay, well, we don't want gravity in this area, but we want gravity here. And we want this much gravity here, but we don't want this much gravity here. And even when we did it right, and it was right, like we would have 2 G's of gravity on a certain ramp or something like that. If you, and 2 G's of gravity was heavy. I mean, it not heavy. 2 G's of gravity was powerful. I mean, it kept your ship pretty much on the ground the entire time. But if for any chance you did get some air, even if you were still in the 2 G's, sometimes you just acted like you weren't in gravity. And that was a little annoying, and you could probably see some evidence of that in the video that we did. But beyond that, I mean, for the most part, it worked. And for this one, because we're doing these little platforms, we're actually going to have about a 5 to 6 block safe zone, where it's like, okay, we can have no gravity there. and that's not going to affect us. The big thing is I just don't want to have too much crossover gravity. Essentially, just stuff that's like 2Gs here, but not 2Gs on the other side there. Um, I don't know if that made sense or not. It made sense when I started saying it. Essentially, what I want to do is I want to keep the gravity as symmetrical as possible on both sides of the map without it directly affecting the way that the game is played. So no one has a unfair or fair advantage because of gravity. Because gravity does slow you down in this game. I mean, if you have gravity on and you try to run through it, it does it versus like two gravity versus one gravity. If you're running through one, you're going to be faster. If you're running through two, you're going to be slower. That's just the way this game plays. And we want to make sure that that is fair across the board on both sides of the map. Or at least as fair as we can get it. I do know that what we are doing here is not something that was intended for this game. Definitely not something I don't think they would have thought of. A capture the flag type game mode. But it is something that I want to do. So there are some things that we're just going to have to be as liberal as possible with. It's just, we have no workarounds for this. We have no things that we can do. We might have to just deal with it. Some of that stuff is going back to like, we have no way to reset the flags or to truly give people other weapons besides the SMG. So we have to make kind of little workarounds for that. Like for the flag thing, the way that we're going to do it is we're going to have 3 flags in each base. And, it's essentially the best. It's the best of 3. Whoever can hit, best of 3, but who can ever hit 3 first wins. And those 3 are going to be in specific slots, so they're going to be marked out as, like flag 1, flag 2, flag 3. So when you get your other flag, you got to put it next to flag 1. If you don't have flag 1, you can't capture flag. You can't capture the flag that you have. So in that sense, a lot of that is going to be really us trying really, really hard to just be as honest as possible with each other. It is not by any means going to be an easy task, but we'll have to get to that bridge when we cross it. There will be some testing that we'll do for stuff like that. Okay, now comes the fun part. The fun part is building this bloody dome. Building it out of glass. And this is going to be difficult because glass is kind of weird to work with. It's not always the easiest thing. And we might have to do a little cheating. We might have to like get a block, put one in there. Okay. Do like something like that. If I delete this, it should still stay because yeah. All right. Okay, what I need to do, though, is I do need to switch my... Oh, God. Please stop that. All right, I do need to switch my symmetry mode because now this is no longer connected to the main station. It'll be connected to it again, but for right now, it's not. And we need to work on that. So we'll just change our points. So again, won't be an easy task to do. This will probably be the longest aspect of our videos. And I will have to probably hit y'all up in the next episode. I know I didn't get much done. I made 4 penises and a little bit of glass, but it'll get some more work done soon. So don't worry. I will hit y'all up in the next episode where hopefully we'll get a lot more of this done, and I will talk a little bit less about what we plan to do and show you a little bit more of what we're actually doing.